Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Right.
Hill going to go in motion right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny.
There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashad Penny with his second touchdown of the game, a 4th of the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On play action, here's Tua. Short pass to Howard. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Achane on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards. First down, Miami.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Second and 6. Option handoff now to H.A. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
First and goal, Miami.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. A-Chain. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. This is caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll get that complete to Albert O.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd down and 6 now. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 151 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Third down and 1. Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That play over before it got anywhere, thanks to Christian Wilkins. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Still on his feet. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. This is Swift on the counter, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
The kick by Elliott is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Into space at the 45. Down the left sideline. He may go. Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Smith, the man in motion left. Penny, a first down carry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Hurts to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Back deep is Tyreek Hill.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
In motion right is Smith. Penny up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 155 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Steps away. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Penny. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
What a great coach said, football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They run for it. A-Chain. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Short pass to Howard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second down, here's Hurts. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this returnable for Hill. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. Watkins taking it in. And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Sheds off and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside handoff, Penny. He can't get him down. And they show off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 161 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Hey, easy 63, boy. Silver, ready?
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
They're going to look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a close game. Offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. And Wilson with it, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They give to A-Chain on the option. He gets away from one. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Tua sets up to pass it. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They get this on left. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle from a yard out. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 23-yard run. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right. But I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Dolphins 42, Eagles 33.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on the 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 73, 73. Crowd left Yanni. No touch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Here comes 2nd down.
63.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing is Hurts. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
Taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Next to score, Dolphins 55, Eagles 33. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That's good for the Eagles. First down.
But first down hurts.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
63, 63, 63.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the 4th quarter.
James Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Down the numbers. There he goes. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Yeah. Hey, 21 TA.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.